Hello friends, welcome to JCA Connect. In today's presentation, we'll be discussing on use and properties of bituminous mixes and cement concrete mix in pavement construction. As we know, in the earlier presentations, we had discussed on a difference between flexible and rigid pavements. There, partially we have understood use of bitumen or a tar in a road construction. We call it as a flexible pavement, and if we are using cement as a binding material with aggregates, we call it as a rigid pavement or PQC. The flexible pavement itself has several layers, each layer having a specific function to be carried out under the loads. So these bituminous pavements are in common use in India as well as abroad. It is possible to construct a relatively thin bituminous pavement layer over an existing pavement. Therefore, these are commonly adopted as wearing cores. Flexible pavement could be strengthened in stages by constructing bituminous pavement layer one after another in certain period of time, unlike the cement concrete pavement construction. You might have observed in national highways, state highways, or even uh, other district roads, major district roads, that existing bituminous pavement on the existing bituminous pavements they overlay with another bituminous pavement and will have a new road that serves for another 3 to 5 years. But that is not possible in case of rigid pavements. Once the rigid pavement is laid with proper quality construction, it can serve for 20 to 30 years. But initial quality control is must in case of rigid pavements. Whereas flexible pavements, yes, initial investment is less, but it demands maintenance, and in those maintenance this overlay of exist on the existing pavement is also a part. So definitely this is an added advantage with respect to flexible pavements. And as we are discussing, it has different layers that we'll be seeing in the next slide. That is from if you go from the top, that is the surface course, the binder, as well as the base may be of asphalt, but the type and the properties of asphalt in each layer vary based on the location and the function. The asphalt in the surface course is different when compared with the asphalt in the other layers, which we'll be using as a binder course, right? The another problem associated with this construction of bituminous pavements, apart from its maintenance, is control of proper viscosity during the construction. That is bituminous aggregate mixes, because we need to maintain a temperature for the binder bitumen or a tar, as well as for the aggregates that need to be preheated, and it is mixed at high temperature of 150 degree plus Celsius. During laying also 135 to 150 degrees Celsius, and compaction, during compaction also the temperature of bitumen and aggregates need to be maintained to give a good service life. That is a must in case of bituminous pavements. In the recent years, this bituminous construction as a wearing course or a surface course was considered as the main treatment, because this bituminous construction are also adopted for base and binder courses of pavements on heavy traffic roads. And if you see the types of bituminous construction, that based on the methods of construction, we classify as interface treatment like prime coat and tack coat, surface dressing, and seal coat, uh, grouted or penetration type of construction, penetration macadam or built up spray grout. Sometimes you may feel it's a bit more than what is been discussed in the syllabus, but yes, we need to know these uh, prime mix, which may be of bituminous bone macadam or carpet or bituminous concrete, mm, sheet asphalt or rolled asphalt, mastic asphalt, mm, and choice of particular binder depends upon the type of construction, availability of material, equipment, climatic condition, traffic condition, and the bitumen and tar requires heating to bring them to a proper viscosity for their use. The construction techniques using these materials is termed as hot mix technique, because we uh, this we are not following in case of cement concrete. There we are not heating the cement and we are not heating the aggregates, but in case of bituminous construction we need to heat the aggregates, bitumen, right? And mixing also demands temperature, laying, compaction, right? But whereas if you see the cutback and emulsions do not uh, require heating, therefore applied, that is cold, or the techniques is known as, that is cold mix, mm, in case of this cutback and emulsions. Thus, the construction techniques are classified into two groups mainly, that is hot mix and cold mix. Hot mix is for bitumen and tar, cold mix is for cutback and emulsion. And based on the techniques of mixing and construction, the bituminous construction are classified as road mix or central plant mix methods. And for small patchworks, you might have observed the bitumen is heated on the roadside, and aggregates, that is cleaning is done, and the aggregates are laid on that. We are applying the bitumen, sprinkling it, compacting it. But present day, because of advanced technology and central mixing plants, where we can monitor and control the quality, so you can go for central mixing plants. And depending on the gradation and premix constructions are classified upon open graded or dense graded, open graded and dense graded. The pre-mixed carpet is open graded, whereas the bituminous concrete is dense graded. This pre-mixed carpet and bituminous concrete, this will discuss in detail in the further presentation. Properties of bituminous mixes: low noise and good drainage properties. When we compare with the cement concrete roads, in the while discussing difference between flexible and rigid pavement, there also I had mentioned the major advantage of bituminous roads is that doesn't produce, or that makes less friction and less noise in the cabin of a vehicle which is moving at higher speed on a bituminous pavement, when it is compared to the cement concrete roads. If you are moving vehicle at a higher speed on CC roads, definitely there will be a lot of vibration and noise can be felt inside the cabin of a vehicle. But that is most most of the percentage got reduced if you are running your vehicle on a bituminous road. That is major advantage. That's why we'll find most of the national highways, they are on CC, cement concrete roads, that is bituminous layer, a thin bituminous layer is overlaid uh, for a smooth comfortable ride of commuters. And it also provides good drainage properties. along with the camber, this bituminous mixes, bituminous roads have good drainage properties when it is compared to the CC roads. Stability to meet the traffic demand. Yes. Uh, with respect to traffic conditions, definitely we'll be selecting a particular type of bituminous mix, and that is used in the design, and it also can accommodate higher traffic density within certain limit, and stability is given by the bituminous mix. And next is bitumen content to ensure proper binding and waterproofing. We need to ensure sufficient percentage of bitumen uh, for the bituminous mix, the, so that proper coating on aggregates to give good bituminous mix, and proper bonding between the aggregates. That is possible when you have sufficient quantity of bitumen in the mix, and that also leads to waterproofing. Voids to accommodate compaction due to traffic. Voids which are more when it is compared to the cement concrete roads, those can accommodate as the load distribution is grain to grain. Due to heavy traffic, there may be slight settlement or compaction of the aggregates. Those will be accommodated within the voids in the bituminous mixes. Next is flexibility to meet the traffic load, especially in cold seasons, and there is a lot of flexibility with respect to traffic loads. Yes, definitely in the design part we'll be considering all the parameters. Apart from that, if we are increasing the load capacity, then the overlays or with uh, minimum efforts we can manage the flexible payments. Next is sufficient workability for construction. Yes, it may be premixed uh, from central plant. The bitumen and the aggregates are brought and is laid, constructed, compacted. A lot of uh, workability is there, but only thing is we need to maintain the temperature. With the maintaining temperature, we can have a good quality flexible pavement, and economical mix. As in the earlier we had discussed, this is a flexible pavement. Initial investment is less when compared with the cement concrete roads, right? So because of a part of petroleum product, and its rate varies with respect to the raw crude oil, but still when you compare with the cement concrete roads, the cost of bitumen is less. So overall it is economical mix in the initial investment or initial process. Later it needs, yes, it needs uh, maintenance. Now coming to cement concrete in pavement construction, that is rigid pavements. Before starting with the properties, this is most preferred when compared to the flexible pavement. A reason, that is, it gives a pleasing appearance, excellent riding surface, and most important is its durability or life. That is, the life of a cement concrete road is much more than that of any other type of road construction material. So because of this major advantage, even in the developing country like India, they are going for cement concrete roads, right? Even though it is much costlier, very costly compared with the flexible pavements because of its durability. And definitely it has certain limitations also, like minimum curing period of 28 days and initial heavy investment. Then it demands a strong supporting layers beneath it. Then we need to avoid capillary rise of water to reduce mud pumping. Then we need to reduce the thickness of required slab and lower the cost of the construction. So like these certain limitations are there, but still it is preferred because of its good design life. That is, if you construct quality PQC, definitely 30 to 50 years is the least maintenance you can use the pavement. Next is here many things we need to see, that is gradation of the aggregates and absorption, particle shape, surface structure of the aggregates, abrasion resistance, durability, then that is non-essential material, deleterious materials need to be avoided, partial strength, there should be a proper grading and consolidation of aggregates, the minimum water cement ratio should be adopted, its flexural strength, it forms a hard surface capable of resisting abrasion, right? So the aggregate properties it should meet, and along with the cement properties that need to be checked before using these, as we will be providing joints like expansion joint, construction joint, warping joints, construction joints, right? So there is a need of quality construction materials